that I have made a massive mistake will prove that you do not need pace. A very good goal from Ito. Rage quit. So you're really bad at Fortnite and you just can't get a win at all because, you know, your aim is so bad that when you try and shoot someone, they just build and then shoot you in 3 seconds before you can even know that you've lost because of the lag. I don't know. I'm not talking about lag in this video anyway. Hi everyone, and I hope you enjoyed that clip because I finally won at Fortnite and I finally, like, my aim is terrible. I mean, you can watch that Overwatch video I did a while ago and just yeah, it's not good, but I've managed to find out 5 ways you can win even if your aim is so bad that you wouldn't be able to hit someone with a shotgun right in front of you. And I'll be in that clip that you just saw at the start of the video. That shows all 5 of the ways that you can win without having good aim. As long as you can shoot a shotgun at someone and hit them, you don't, I mean, they won't even have to be facing you if you play this completely right. And yeah, so the clips I'll be showing along with these aren't related, unfortunately, because first one didn't finish recording, so it didn't save the one where I won, and another clip where I got 6 kills. It corrupted so badly, the editor crashes whenever I put it in, so that's not going to be in this video as well. So the clip is just one where I got ambushed before I could do anything. But anyway, so let's get into the first 5 tips on how to win. Oh yeah, so you probably saw my record on screen just then. 2 wins. 2 wins in 90, I don't know, 95 games was it? It's a bit better now, and something like almost. I do have a more kills than games ratio now, but I didn't when that clip was filmed. But anyway, let's get into the 5 tips. And first of all, I would say that one of probably the most crucial tip you could get out of all of these is that you've got to be patient. So so let me explain this one. In the and I'll use an example from the clip after I've explained it. So you're running along in the game, you know, and you see someone, right? Your instinct is to shoot at them as soon as possible. Don't do that. Wait a bit, please. Wait a bit, because then people do not look behind themselves in this game enough. I mean, you'll be able to see straight away if it's someone who looks behind themselves, because they'll be running around, zigzagging, turning around, and then you've got to be more careful with that person. But if someone's just running straight ahead, firstly, their footsteps will cancel out your footsteps, so you'll be able to get really close. And secondly, they probably won't look around unless they stop, and if they stop, you've got the advantage because you know where they are. But if you shoot at them straight away, they've got time to build up and get cover and stuff. But if you wait a bit, then you'll have the advantage, higher ground, and you'll be able to finish them in a second. So an example in the clip that I showed at the start where I won the game is that I could have shot at, tried to snipe that guy straight away, but that would have given, if I'd hit him, that would, of course, but I would have still had someone to deal with, and they would know where I am. But if I'd missed him, he would know exactly where I am and have the high ground. So I waited until I saw an opportunity where there was no one left. So there was one guy left, so I had to finish the game, and I did it then. So yeah, I'm going to be referring to that clip quite a lot, because yeah. But anyway, tip number 2 is, I said, do not overbuild unless you're really high. I'm talking about top of the mountain sort of stuff here. Don't build, just don't build unless you're really high. The reason I say this is, who are you going to look at more? Someone who's hiding behind a rock, I mean you can't see them, or someone who's built a massive tower that is quite easy to get into. As you can see in the clip, I managed to build up to that in 2. The guy told me exactly where he was. And therefore I knew exactly my exact game plan of how to deal with him, which is just build up and then do that. He did not know where I was because I hadn't been building, so he had no idea where I was, but it also gave the other guy a clue. I'm guessing the other guy was building too, the one who got sniped was building as well. If you build, you're way more likely to get shot, but if you got the highest ground, like really high ground, then build, yeah, and make sure you build high. But if you don't, then really it's just going to give you away and draw everyone to you. There's plenty of other places you could hide in a bush, although that's risky because people know that, but hiding under trees can help. hiding behind rocks can really help too. Like it sounds stupid, but it actually really helps. Just hiding behind a rock or in a house, and I'll explain how you can do that later. Another way you can hide is with tip number 3. Use the storm to your advantage. In the first game that I won, not the clip, I actually went outside the storm to come round and get a guy, yeah, that really helped because of course you're not going to expect someone coming out the storm. So people will not look into the storm or near the edge of the storm, they'll just look inwards into the circle because they're not expecting people to come round, because everyone is so terrified of the storm, whereas it doesn't do that much damage. In the clip, of course, I used the edge of the storm to circle round. The guy was looking outwards because that's where he thought everyone was, because he thought everyone knew where he was. He used the storm, he thought no one was coming behind him because everyone's terrified of the storm. I came behind him, game over for him. But yeah, so the storm, hide at the edge of it, don't hide in the middle of a circle. Go with the storm, sort of, unless you're miles out, but then that's just the start of the game. This is for the end of the game, because it's quite easy to reach the end of the game, because you can literally just hide. But we're talking about winning. And of course, tip number 4 is to do the unexpected. No one expects you to hide in someone else's building. Didn't quite do it there, but I have done in the past. Hiding in other people's buildings is great, but another way you can do the unexpected is to, if someone's shooting at you, build up, then jump out the building, mine down, even grenade your own building just to get that if you know what you're doing. Don't kill yourself, but grenade down and mine out, and then they think you're still in there, you're not in there. They'll be expecting you to jump out. If you like, okay, someone shot me, I'll sit at the edge of this building and shoot them. You'll basically ignore your first instinct, because your first instinct is to sat them there, shoot them as they come in, but that's what they're going to be expecting. Maybe they'll come around the back. So what you could do is then jump out the window, go around the back, hear their footsteps, come in the building, shoot them in the back. But that's trickier than you'd thought. And the 5th tip, and maybe the most useful one, not useful, but one you probably know already, is to use traps as much as possible. They are helpful. If that guy had put a trap behind him, I would have found it slightly harder to deal with him. He could have lured me into a trap or anything. If he built a wall and put a trap there, that would make my life much harder, because people, if they're just expecting a straight fight, they're not expecting a trap. Even better is to build a trap house in the zone. If you see a house and you look inside and there's loot in it with bullets on the side, go in there and build a trap house, because you know no one's in there because they've left the bullets. And if you're towards the end of the zone, I guarantee you will get a kill, because especially if it's one of those double log cabins where you've got 2 doors on either side, place 2 traps down, and you've got, I don't actually know whether your own traps could kill you, but any house with any amount of doors, apart from like the really small hut, you don't want to be messing with that, because everyone's just going to notice the trap. But even the houses on stilts you can use for this method. Also, everyone knows about launch pads. They're really useful at the end of the game. If you see a launch pad, it's not just a bad strategy, you can get height, and if you land carefully, no one will know where you are, or land in someone's base. And so that finishes this video. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. I know oh yes, and this is an extra tip for you. Don't worry, you'll get there eventually. And when you get your first win, it'll click, because I got my first 2 wins in 4 consecutive games after playing 90 games without getting a win at all. But yeah, so once you win, it'll be easy. Yeah, so don't panic as well. Do not panic. Your heart rate can go massively high up. You just gotta take it slow. But yeah, so hopefully this will help you. I've got about 5 more actually, but that will be for another video. So if you guys like this and want to see a part 2 on this one of how to win Fortnite without aiming, literally, I'm going to say this might be controversial, but all you need to win a game of Fortnite is a shotgun, even a pump if you a tactical shotgun. All you need is a tactical shotgun, and you can win a game if you play it well. In the game that I won, I had 3 kills, but it doesn't matter. You can have as many kills as you want. Killing people is helpful as well, but you know. And that ends the video. Sorry guys that I haven't uploaded in a while. I would say I've been busy, but I haven't. And yeah, hopefully that I've tried out some slightly new things in this video. Some of my other new stuff, but some of it didn't work, and as you can say, as I said, some of the footage got corrupted. But yeah, so possibly even higher production values. But I'm gonna try and branch out to different content. I've got an idea. I'm gonna still do game challenges, but I've got an idea for leave suggestions or something, please, because that would be quite helpful. Because yeah, follow the tips as well.